recently I received a comment from a viewer that said a good haircut means that you don't have to style your hair. You just get up in the morning and go, and that's the purpose of short hair. Well, okay. I mean, yes, I do have a good haircut, and I'll pop up on the screen what my hair looked like this morning when I took my dog out for a walk. I can get up and, you know, kind of finger comb it, add a little spray and go. But, you know, the purpose of a short haircut, I think, is also you can have a lot of fun. So today we're going to have a lot of fun and do something different. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get started. Now, as I style my hair today and it gets drier, you're probably going to notice some extra cool tones in my hair today. I tried out a new shampoo for the first time. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is the Watercolors Intense Metallic Shampoo in Silver. The person who recommended this said, don't do it full strength. Mix it with your regular shampoo and rinse it right out. I'm so glad she told me that. I still probably should have used a little more of my regular shampoo with it, but I literally put this all through my hair, worked it in, rinsed it out, and you're gonna see how cool the tones in my hair are. So if you have struggled to keep yellow tones out of your hair, I would highly recommend checking this out. I'll link it down below. Oh my word. Okay, for starters, I am going to go in with this Miracle Creator from Matrix. This is one I've been testing out. I actually really love. It's one of those multitasking leave-in treatments, a lot like the Redken 25 Benefits One United spray. Very similar. Heat protection, a little bit of extra conditioning, frizz control, all those things. But I really like this one. And it does have a nice pleasant scent. It's not overpowering though. All right, for today's look, we really need a lot of volume and lift. So I'm gonna go through with the Redken Root Lifter. I love the Catwalk Root Boost. That's another one that will work just fine. But I really wanna be able to apply a good amount of this without my hair feeling too dirty. So we're gonna start on the side there and through the crown, kind of the usual area. I'm also, though, going to put quite a bit right here on the side where my normal part is and through the front. Now you'll see my color is growing out. I have a fix for that I shared in another video. I'll link that down below, but I don't want to do that fix until my hair is dry. Okay, I think we've got enough here. Maybe one more. This stuff does powerfully spray out and you can get it all over the place if you're not careful. Okay, we are gonna blow dry next. And as I am blow drying, I am going to be pulling all of this over to the right side. So if you saw my last salon visit video, you'll know we took the side up a lot higher on the undercut. And this was one style that I wanted to do with this new cut. So let's do it. I'm going to start off with my Zoovie Halo Dryer on the setting of Care. And then once it's mostly dry, I put on the concentrator and I will switch it to the style setting. where we're at. You can see now a little more of that nice cool tone in the hair. Oh my goodness, it's impressive. Okay, so you can see we've got kind of this side, from the side it looks like I've got a mohawk going on. So we're going to just tame this slightly, but I am not going to bring in a curling iron. I am going to use my flat iron. I absolutely love the Numi Megastar flat iron. This is a 1-inch. I have it set at 360. And what I'm doing is, you can see I put a bend in here much before the end of the hair because I didn't want it quite so high. So if you want it higher, you can do your bend a little higher. I am now going to just kind of straighten out the end of the hair. There we go. So you can kind of use that to determine how high this side is. And then I'm going to use the flat iron just a little bit through the side here. So I have this, as it gets longer, it starts to kind of wave and curl back. So I'm just going to flatten that, or straighten that, I should say, a little. And then I'll just add a couple of, I'm gonna take it through a couple spots here in the front. So unlike some of the past styles that I've done where it's kind of really high and off the forehead, I've used a curling iron to do that, or put in, you know, kind of curls. So this, we're just using the good old flat iron. And then I'll just take it kind of through the top here. And then we're gonna let our Enjoy dry wax kind of do the rest of the work for us. All right, so we've got it kind of going in the right direction. Let me check out the back and then I'll let you see it. Okay, so here's what the back looks like. I'm just gonna take this section right here where I have that little bit of a cowlick there still showing. I'm just gonna take this through, and I always do this blindly and then I look later. Okay, that's pretty good. All right. Let's go in now with the Enjoy Dry Wax. And if you're not familiar with this product, it is still my all-time favorite. I do have a really old video on, if you're just starting out with this, how you make it more pliable. So I'll link that down below, but I'm gonna go in with a good amount. I have quite a lot of length on the top here. So with this product, you don't wanna go in with too much at the beginning, but obviously I've used this product enough, I kind of know what my hair needs. But if you're just starting out, go in with a little. You can always add more. All right, and I am just scrunching the product through the top here. And now I'm going to add some texture and kind of piece the top section here where I want each of the pieces of hair to fall. So also one of the reasons why I use that flat iron here is so that I don't have to walk around like this all day. It helps kind of give the hair more direction, and it's going to stay in place better. But you can also take a little bit of Enjoy Dry Wax and just kind of push that hair up, and it's going to stay. So you can see here, I still got a bit of a curl. I'm going to take out some of that curl. I don't mind a little, but again, as my hair gets longer, at this point, I am only a week and a half away from my hair appointment, and this time I'm getting color touched up, so I'm always excited for that day. Now through the back, I am using my short fingernails, and they're very short, to just kind of flatten the edge of that and piece the hair down where it falls over the undercut. That'll make more sense, I think, in the end when you see the finished look. But now let's just hit it with some hairspray, and I'm using the Bedhead Extreme Hold hairspray. And again, after spraying, I think it's important to go through and just still piece the hair so you don't just have this smooth look all the way over. I want the texture. So here in the back, this is what I mean. I am pulling down and just kind of piecing those hairs down so it's not, it has less of a look of a bowl cut back there. And then it's good to just kind of continue to kind of squish the hair and scrunch it down just wherever you feel like it's looking too puffy. So I was kind of feeling like this was a little puffy. So I'm just kind of pushing that down. I brought the front down just a little bit. All right, I added some earrings. Now here's the finished look. So what do you think? You know, I used to have long hair and everything in between, from waist length all the way to what I have now. And I never wore my hair the same 2 days in a row. I just always like to change it up. So if you're like me, hopefully you enjoyed this and you'll give this a try. As always, check the description box down below. Click where it says more right here, then hit more again. All the products I used in today's video will be listed and linked there. I'll also leave a couple of other videos, as I mentioned. If you're having struggles getting Enjoy Dry Wax out of the jar, I'll leave a really old video about that. I also have some other hair tutorials and my most recent salon visit video in case you like having the option that I have here in really going high and off the side when inspiration strikes. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.